place T-Roy, the OG on the marquee Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
It is Monday, everybody, and it's a beautiful day out there. Happy day after Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all you lovely mothers here in the Quad Cities. Hope yesterday was great for everyone. And then my lovely host, Jaybird.
Yeah, it was Mother's Day, yeah.
It was great.
I just wish the weather was just a little bit better, but it wasn't. It ended up, it was cold in the morning, turned out all right in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I spoiled my wife.
There you go.
So she deserved it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it's we were Saturday was for softball and Sunday morning was soccer, and then after that it was Mother's Day, gave them the gifts and
how was the softball soccer combo? Did you get in trouble with any umpires this weekend?
No, because I'm telling you what, we got lucky.
Yeah.
And for the second week in a row, we had my boys Kent and Maurice.
Oh, boy.
And these guys, the three of us are we are the
Peas
three
and
musketeers,
carrots.
I tell you, yeah.
You're like a vegetable medley, actually.
Yeah, it is like these guys, I have to actually send an email to the tournament director thanking them for these umpires because I love them.
Oh, man. I think you guys are going to be dating.
I tell you what, I'm already upset that we're playing next weekend over. I'm happy we're playing the Quad Cities, but Kent and Maurice live in Cedar Rapids. Not together. But they're yeah, and so they don't really they don't have to travel
That's
too much.
That's how they move in with you.
That's right, yeah. So,
you tried to recruit them to the Quad Cities?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was like, you guys come down there. Like, oh, we used to, but not so much now. Charlie runs a lot of tournaments around here, and I was like, oh man, I wish you guys would come down here. Yeah, they're just great. I'm spoiled now.
Yeah.
So there's no argument. I had to call timeout once, and I went out there and I'm like, Maurice, can I talk to you? And he's like, sure. And I was like, you called obstruction there, and he called it on our shortstop. Girl was not trying. She successfully stole second to third, but it was a delayed steal, so it wasn't an outright steal, right? The ball gets thrown back to the pitcher, and then she takes off. He calls obstruction on our shortstop, and I said okay, and then then I turned around, I go, Maurice, like, let's talk this out. That was a delayed steal. Like, the shortstop's trying to get back to his position. It's not like she intentionally got in her way. And he's like, okay. And he goes and talks to Kent. And Kent's like, comes over and he's like, obstruction is obstruction, how it happens. He goes, I know there's like a gray area here, but, and there's no hard feelings. I appreciate your time, Kent. Get back out there and keep doing a great job.
Oh, boy. Your nose is still friggin' brown right now.
It's so bad, yeah. And then the soccer, well, Ben was aggressive for the ball. That they got shut out 2-0, but, hey, it is what it is. But, yeah, it's all a lot of fun.
Did you see a tweet by Koss this weekend talking about youth athletics?
No, what was it? Because I can
just something along the lines of things are slowly but surely just kind of going away.
How do you figure? Well, let's see.
He's just saying some of these youth sports are diminishing, and maybe it's because of all the weekends doing travel teams, but like the school events, and then other people kind of chimed in around the Quad Cities, people that work in the industry, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Just making comments about you can't find umpires or officials, things like that. So,
okay,
your comments about your officials, are probably the way more people should treat these guys if they want to attract them.
All right, so here's his tweet. Okay,
yeah.
Today's soapbox. This is not like Koss, by the way.
Exactly.
As someone who is a huge proponent of prep sports and the value it has beyond results, I'm concerned about its future. We're losing too many good coaches who were in it for the right reasons. There are various factors for them getting out, but the trend is disturbing. Okay, I can address this.
Okay.
Couple things. As the sports have grown, it has become more of a 365-day a year sport.
Yeah.
So not only are you coaching during your season, you might have camps and everything else and summer things that you have to go to. You have lifting schedules you have to do. And then, of course, everybody right out of college, they want to do all these things. They want to be a teacher, they want to be a coach, but eventually you have a family. And that happens, and it really is a 365. That on top of it, the athletic director is a very thankless job too. I need to throw that in there. And realistically, the athletic director should not show up for work till noon because they're in the building till about 10, 11 o'clock every night. I mean, because they have, especially when you have like, soccer, track, not when it's consistent. Like football, you're going to be there every Friday night. Every home game you are. But then when you have things that are going on every single night, the athletic director is usually there, or an administrator. Don't get me wrong, they help out too. Now, where do we go at for coaching from here? Well, I can give you plenty of reasons. Also, there, my saying, and I've never felt it as hard as I did this weekend.
It's easiest to coach in a
best place to coach is in an orphanage.
Yeah,
100% the best place to coach.
There was definitely comments to that.
It's the best place to coach is in an orphanage. Adults ruin everything. And there's all kinds of factors in that, all right? You can factor in the father who's living through their kid vicariously. Didn't get too far, Right. The parents who know more than the coach. The parents who pay for individual lessons and then turn around and tell their kid, you don't have to listen to the coach. Listen to your individual hitting coach or whatever you have. It doesn't matter if it's individual coach for tennis or whatever. Don't listen to the coach. You want to know what the craziest trend is that I never really knew until about 3 years ago. Majority of those moms that are sitting there during those games have some type of alcohol in their Yetis.
No,
yes,
Jay, moms don't drink.
I'm dead serious.
How dare you come out and have a take like that about Mom's Day after Mother's Day, Jay?
Majority of them do. And the funniest thing is the one point that was made to me by one coach was, and the further away the tournament is, the more likely, the earlier they are to start in the day. So that gets your mouth full going as well.
No,
and it can weigh on you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because then they can.
Ladies are so soft-spoken. What are you talking about?
Then you have such things as like everyone wants to be a part of the game. You have things like just in softball, you have Game Changer app, okay? And you have that way they can watch like the game as it's transpiring. Someone's putting in all the results into a iPad, and then the person can watch it from wherever they're at. They're following along. Yeah. But unfortunately, sometimes that can also lead to, if you have this in your Game Changer app, if you allow access, there's also statistics. And then they say, well, why is my kid hitting here or not playing here when the statistics say the numbers say that? Well, there's human error involved there as well. And when the things go in there, I can look at the app and go, that's not true. She threw a no-hitter. I don't know why the person gave the other team a hit there. That was an error on the shortstop. Like, I've looked at the app plenty of times and been like, that's wrong. But there's human error putting that stuff in. But someone sees that and goes, look, my kid. There's all kinds of reasons. Now, what you're doing is you're questioning. So you don't want that anymore. I can name a former wrestling coach that we know of that's been on the show. And he flat out said, if I am done, to his team, he said, if I am done, if I quit this year, I want you to know it's because of your parents. Because your parents seem to think they know more than this coaching staff is telling you. You guys come here for 2 hours, 3 hours a day, then you go to your parents tell you don't listen to that, and then you go back and you come in with the same bad habits because you don't listen. And it's not your fault, it's your parents. The best place to coach in is an orphanage, hands down. Gone are the days, so now everyone's got their own hitting coach. And I respect that, don't get me wrong. If someone says, let's say I'm coaching, and I say, hey, I want you to move up in the box, or maybe move your feet this way, or maybe your hand, wrap your bat here, and they say, well, I go to a hitting coach, and I say, absolutely. Then let's not tinker with anything, because I'm not the one that's with them every time, every single cut, watching it. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes to the point where that individual coach who doesn't know me, and they're talking about something where, I don't know, like a delay, again, back to a delayed steal. We have runners on first and third. I do a delayed steal. We end up getting a pickle, and somehow they get out at home. And they're telling the story, and he says, well, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, that's detrimental, because then they come back and they go, well, my hitting coach says you don't know what you're doing. So there's all kinds of variables, all right? And then you just get parents with they get some type of just bug up their ass. And they just won't let little things go. And it gets wearisome. If you really want to know the truth, here's a great point then. Let's be completely transparent. I'm glad you opened this, because this is a cool question. This wasn't on the top of my head. Yeah. I actually drove away from the tournament on Saturday and had a conversation with my daughter, who's 11. And we were no longer than 2 stoplights away from the tournament, hadn't even hit the interstate yet. And I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. And she said, what? What do you mean? I said, I know you want me to be your coach. And I know I bring a lot of years to the table and a lot of games that I played to the table. But as of right now, I'm just not having a lot of fun. And she said, okay, well, why not? And I explained to her some things. And a lot of it has to do with I talk to a girl, and I don't raise my voice. I'm not with my daughter, I'll be kind of joking, kind of not, But I'm beyond that, like, the whole, like, why did you do this? I said to do it, rah, rah, rah. Like, it's just kind of like, hey, next time, let's just remember, let's start implementing. I said, I'm just kind of tired of every time when I just say, like, hey, let's work on it. The either response is just from one of the girls, one of the athletes, why, when we practiced it, we were supposed to do it like this in the game. Why didn't we do it? And the shrug of the shoulders, or I was confused, or I don't know. And then they look for their parents to come bail them out and be like, yeah, but she didn't know this. And I go, what? Wait, Mike, this is a conversation here. Like, this has nothing to do. And they look for their parents to come bail them out, and they bail them out every time. Yeah, but you don't understand. And it weighs on you. It really does, because really, is 11U softball, are we creating educated citizens? No, not the same way I think you are as you are a teacher and a coach in the high school setting. But you're preparing them to understand that you have to implement what goes on in practice, and that will transfer you over to up into the next level. You're just preparing them to get to the next level. If we go along with them every year, but that's fine. But eventually they're going on to high school, and it's out of my hands. And that was it. Well, the 11-year-old, the daughter, smart enough, just listened to it. And I went through a couple other things. I'm like, I'm just not having a lot of fun. And she said, okay. And then we talked about some other things. She goes, well, what could it be? And then she, being 11, I was very proud of her. She basically ended up challenging me. If this doesn't make you happy, then why don't you change it and do this instead? And I don't want to, divulge everything or whatever else, but right. It was kind of profound of her. And I in the end, I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, yeah. But again, it has a lot to do with no one's accountable for their actions. And now they're 11, right? See, 2 years ago, it was, well, they're 11 or 12, but they're 12U team. It doesn't matter. 2 years ago, it was like, they're just 9. I said, well, they're not doing what we did in practice. Well, they're just 9. And last year was, they're just 10. And this year is, they're just 11. And when you start at they're just 9 right now, and then you continue at they're just 10 and they're just 11, that means when they were 9, they didn't understand what was going on. And even now at 11, when you're trying to go back because you made errors at 9 because you just gave them a free pass at they're just 9, now you're still making those mental mistakes and not being a game at 11. And that's the problem when we give them that excuse every time. Well, they are just 9. I'm sorry. I know I'm older than most, but I was also a latchkey kid. At 11, I wasn't picked up and dropped off everywhere I go. There is no way, no chance in hell that my parents were packing up my bag, putting my stuff and carrying it for me. The worst thing you can do in my house would be to lose your baseball glove. And I'm not kidding. That is the number one. That my dad would ruin you. That is the no-no. Now, you could SOB him up and down the ladder. He would just be like, all right, but you lose a baseball glove. But now it's just like, hey, did someone get it? Hey, my parents didn't turn around and go get a water bottle because I forgot it at home. I'm sorry. This is what it is. So there's all kinds of variables that causes that. I think he just opened up a big can of whatnot. And I'm sure now I'm excited to read the comments later. And it opened up a conversation now with you and I for 10 minutes, but he's right. I don't know. It's funny that you mentioned like lack of umpires and everything else. We were talking about this weekend. When it's all said and done, you're not coaching anymore. What are you going to do? You gonna umpire? Maybe. Like to run tournaments. Probably more money in umpiring. Less hassle. I don't know. But there's something to do. But there is a lack of umpires. But it's the constant. I mean, everybody's got something. Look at this YouTube video. The same. This is the offense they ran. I'm like, that's what everyone does. They just put their phone in their face. And, I've told you that before. Once you get to the high school level, there's all kinds of AAU all over. Basketball. I mean, look at TBK, for goodness sakes. Look at the Barnstormers organization. They have so many that they call it. That's not just Barnstormers. They have like some, other names. It's like it's Barnstormers, but it's the Scooby-Doos. And you're like, huh? Aren't you just part of Barnstormers? Like, yeah, we're part of Barnstormers, but we're a different team because they have so many. We're the Scooby-Doos. Like, oh, I'm confused, but okay.
Ruh-roh-reggae.
So you do all this, and that's what happens. You coach, and then eventually, if there is a little speed bump on the way when they get up to varsity, just a little speed bump, 3-game losing streak, 4-game losing streak, or maybe it's even as much as 2 years in a row not making the postseason. I don't know what it is. That's up to someone. But eventually someone goes, hey, T-Roy, didn't you, when the kids were all like a 12 through 14, didn't they place at state every year at the AAU tournament? And you're like, yeah, actually we won one year. We got with the finals the last two, and finally, when they were 14 at the 14U, they won. It was a good time. We were happy. You should coach. You know these kids better than he does because you traveled with him. And then eventually the voices start getting louder and the masses get more and more. And there's anything from the coach can feel it. And the coach says, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Or some days they show up on your front doorstep with a letter of no confidence and What
are these? What was it? Senator Palpatine leading the charge here? Mm-hmm. Vote of no confidence.
You think that hasn't happened?
I'm sure it has.
And then they bully kids and bully teenagers into signing this thing, their own athletes, to be like, yeah. And later on, those teenagers become adults, and they go, I don't even know what I was signing. And that's a true story. That happened to a coach that I know. Showed up on their doorstep, piece of paper. Parents have voted no confidence in you. Here's a letter, and here's a signed petition, including your athletes around there. And I know those athletes that got older, and they go, I didn't know what I was signing. So you didn't know what they did either. They showed up on his doorstep at his own home. Told him that we don't want you, and the kids don't want you either. High school. It's tough, but it's thankless. I mean, at this level,
if you're a parent and you did that, just right now slap yourself.
Yeah,
you're an idiot.
And at this level that I'm at, I mean, you're not getting paid for anything like this. And then if you break down, like if you're a wrestling coach, you're getting paid like less than $1.50 an hour. The time you put in it, yeah.
They'll pick it.
If you break it down,
you guys can pick it.
If you break
that?
Yeah, if you break it down, it's less than that. But
can't. How do you support a family on that, Jay?
You can't. You just you get
Where's
by.
Bernie Sanders?
You get by
He's
on
gonna help you.
You get by on just creating young athletes and lasting memories, I guess. But it's interesting you bring that up. But
yeah, it's just interesting. Cost usually doesn't say stuff like that, like you said,
No.
and there was a lot of comments from people that we know and respect throughout the Quad Cities that follow sports, that report on sports, whatever you have you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good comments out there.
Oh, good.
So
yeah. So I mean, that's for, like I said, when you brought that up and then I read it and I'm like, well, that's not like Scott. I mean, Cost. So obviously he's getting in there. So, but yeah. But I know we've had people on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that have talked about like, hey, it's it's the AAU has kind of killed the type of thing, and like, all right. So, but I really think as far as when it comes to high school coaches, it has turned into that 365. And if you're coaching more than 2 sports, good for you. I mean, it's not easy to do. So, because I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how you can coach 2 sports in high school because you have to be. It's a year-round thing. All right. Well, I didn't expect that. We got a lot of things to talk about. Well, let's see. There's problems with the horse racing world. You weren't here on Friday. Pujols and the Angels is not a good situation.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. We'll take a look at some of the baseball standings and scores throughout Major League Baseball. All that and more today, May 10th, 2021 years AD. It's 12:20 in the afternoon here at Don't Hassle Us Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
Quad Cities, you need to get off social media, period. But still, don't even be on there asking people where to get an oil change or a tattoo or where you're going to grab some lunch. All you need is your Locals Love Us guide. It's easy to use, and they even ranked the most popular places for you, especially if you go online to localslovest.com. So please check them out today. That's Locals Lovest, your guide to the best.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Len Casper, the voice of the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. May's a great time to consider home improvements like replacing your windows. This past winter, you probably noticed your windows were drafty and inefficient. That's causing discomfort and higher energy bills for your home. It's time to do something about it. Our Fibrex composite window is the right choice to make a difference in your home. Twice as strong as vinyl, easy to operate and easy to maintain. Renewal by Anderson is the 2021 Energy Star Partner of the Year. Take advantage of our special offer in May. Buy 2 windows and get one 60% off. And with our easy payment options, there's no money down, no interest, and no payments for a full 24 months. That's 2 years. Visit us at renewalbyanderson.com or at our showroom in Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
Rilco Lubricant and Service wants you to drive for them. Do you have your Class A or B CDL? Rilco is a fast-growing company with competitive wages, benefits, time off, and has many opportunities for advancement. Plus, no overnights, no weekends. Rilco is an industry leader in the supply of oil, lubricants, and preventive maintenance and is hiring now. Delivery routes available today. To apply, visit their website at rilcoinc.com. That's RILCOINC.com. A family-owned company. Start your new career today.
For the brightest hand-selected diamonds, come to Dolan Jewelers. This is Will Dolan, and we want to offer the best diamond experience for every client and every occasion. At Dolan Jewelers, we carry the most popular shapes and sizes, as well as a huge inventory of lab-grown diamonds. With custom goldsmiths right here in our store, your experience will be convenient, easy, and fun. Visit us at 3865 Elmore Avenue in Davenport or online at dolanjewelers.com.
You're right on par in your M&M golf car.
M&M Golf Cars, your authorized club car dealer, invites you to check out the new Onward by Club Car. Onward's all new accessories personalize nearly every detail to fit your lifestyle. Customize yours at mmgolfcars.com. 1.99% financing for 48 months through the end of the month.
You're right on par in your M&M golf car. M&M golf cars.
M&M Golf Cars, Bettendorf.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Second overall pick Zach Wilson wrapped up his first NFL minicamp Sunday, and while the Jets drafted him to be their long-term quarterback, Wilson doesn't expect to be handed the starting job.
You know, in this position, the coaches want to play the best player, and that position's got to be earned. You know, I got to go in there and I got to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do, and you know, that'll take care of itself.
Elsewhere, we knew DK Metcalf was fast, but the Seahawks receiver ran a blazing 10.37 100-meter dash at the U.S. Track and Field Golden Game Sunday, finishing 9th in his heat against the fastest men in the country. At that pace, he'd run the 40 in 3.79 seconds. And the 2021 schedule is now just days away. The schedule release presented by Verizon will be live Wednesday, 8 Eastern on NFL Network as we reveal all 17 games for every NFL team. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
DQ presents Picture this. Picture the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu with iconic flavors that taste like instant summer. You order the one and only drumstick blizzard with peanuts. Oh, wow. Crunchy waffle cone pieces, world-famous DQ soft serve, and blue sky bliss. Or maybe you get the brownie batter blizzard. Ooh, wee. Fudgy brownie goodness. You're feeling breezy and dreamy all over. Moments like these are why the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu exists. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Never miss a thing with our app. Listen live from anywhere in the world and be notified when news breaks. From the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
We're back live. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us So Local here on AM 1170.
Well, after a big weekend of draft weekend, not too much going on this weekend except for just baseball. Some basketball's going on, figuring out we got like a week left or 10 days left.
Horses are taking drugs behind people's backs.
I need these horses.
How the hell is that horse scoring this smack?
I tell you.
Yeah, these horse dealers. If you're dealing to a horse, shame on you. How dare you?
I know.
Horses can't say no.
Well, it looks as though, so far, allegedly, that Medina Spirit, the 2021 Kentucky Derby winner, failed a drug test after the race.
Wait a minute. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I think maybe he had a little too much funky cold Medina.
Yeah, I think so. There you go. That's about right. This will be Bob Baffert's fifth horse known to have failed a drug test in just over a year. The drug found in the horse's system was beta-methasone, a steroid used to reduce pain and swelling, and they can also mask injuries, often leading to more serious injuries, and even death sometimes. So now Churchill Downs on Sunday suspended Bob Baffert, and he says, "Not so fast. That's not true.
I didn't do that.
I didn't do that." He said, "I don't feel embarrassed. I feel like I was wronged. These are pretty serious accusations here, but we're going to get to the bottom and find out. We know we didn't do it." Still planning on racing the Medina Spirit and Preakness Stakes in Baltimore, the second leg of the Triple Crown. Preakness officials say they're going to wait a little bit to make the decision on the horse's eligibility after reviewing the facts. So, Medina Spirit is not disqualified yet. It has to have a second sample, and that was also collected at the same time as the first, and it has to confirm the results. Those are expected soon, according to the New York Times. If the test is positive, Baffert can appeal. If he loses, the runner-up, Mandaloon, will be declared the winner, and they will have to forfeit the $1.8 million prize, T-Roy.
So then will the third place horse become the second place horse?
That's right. What about all those tickets?
Yeah. Yeah, what if you... Oh, I guess those don't count anymore.
Those bets have already been paid out anyway. Yeah.
Oh, man. Unreal. Well, he kind of looks prickly. I ain't going to lie, dude.
What if you had like a trifecta and that cost you $1.8 million and you ripped up that thing?
Man. There's no record of it anywhere then, huh?
Huh?
If you ripped it up, there's no record of it.
No. Got to keep those tickets.
Yeah.
So if we ever get that, if we ever get our OTB here, which Jake hinted at last time we talked to him last Tuesday.
I didn't rip up my Cowboys not winning the Super Bowl until Tom Brady got crowned.
Oh.
I kept it.
After the parade when he was tossing around things?
Yeah, I kept it around. Just in case, like, they just threw some rule out there, Dallas won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, hey, now, upon further review.
Sorry, T-Ray rolling.
Interesting thing written by SI's Pat Forty. Here's what he wrote. Ultimately, this very much seems like the same sad song, different verse when it comes to drug testing in sports. The denials are always vigorous. They are often fanciful. They are rarely compelling. Nobody hits 73 home runs in a season without assistance. Nobody wins 5 straight Tour de France. And in a sport like horse racing, maybe it's simply too much to expect a guy to win a record 7 derbies between 1997 and 2021 without beating other cheaters at their own game. Dang, 40? He came
It's
hot.
true.
I know.
All of a sudden, this guy knows the best way to train horses.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's got 7 Derby winners.
Yeah.
The most in history. Sure, guaranteed Hall of Famer type of thing.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Babe Ruth's records still stand today if steroids doesn't come into baseball?
Huh?
Does Babe Ruth's record still stand today? I'm sorry, Roger Maris's record.
Uh-huh.
Does it still stand today? If cheating. If steroids don't hinder baseball.
Well, a couple things. And I know we're piggybacking a lot on Friday. Right now, we're at an incredible rate of strikeouts. The pitching is, even though they're doing the whole thing where you have to face 3 batters or trying to eliminate it, the strikeout rate is as high as it's ever been.
Okay.
It's across the board, the average is 25% strikeout rate per pitcher. Only 2 pitchers have that in their career, 25% strikeout. Nolan Ryan and Sandy Koufax. So that's basically saying anybody that's taking the mound right now is the equivalent of Nolan Ryan and Sandy Koufax, your average Major League Baseball player. It's not true.
Why is that?
Because the average right now is at 25%.
No, but why is it at 25%?
Well, it's got anything to do with...
Are guys just swinging for the fence now?
Yeah, it's a lot more home run or not type of thing. Yeah, just hacking away. Some people say, I mean,
there's
obviously...
no small ball.
There's no small ball, but
but that cuts down the strikeout rate. I mean, who's the Tony Gwynn?
The shift is taken...
Who's the Tony Gwynn right now?
Who's
the Wade Boggs?
DJ LeMahieu has won a batting title in both the American League and National League, so he's up there as a hitter.
Yeah, but what's his highest batting average? I mean, Gwynn had a 378, I believe.
I don't know.
One of those years. I mean, Wade Boggs was always up there. I'm talking hit guys, not power guys.
Yeah. You know what?
I mean, right now the best hitter in baseball is who? Probably Trout or Ohtani.
Ohtani's right now. I think. Well, let's take a look here, and we'll look at some statistics. Now, but the question goes back to your original one. Would the 61 still be there if it wasn't for that? Would 61 still be there? All right, let's just take a look at year to date. Let's get batting average. How we looking here?
I mean,
Mike Trout right now is batting 376. He's played in 30 games. There are, it looks like, as of right now, with 30 plus games into the season, there are, over 25 guys hitting over 300. But Trout's at 376. Yermin Mercedes at 378. Jordan Alvarez is 362. Jesse Winker is 354. Xander Bogaerts, Gurriel, JD Martinez, Jared Walsh, Justin Turner, Corey Dickerson. Those guys all round out your top 10. 319 or above batting average right now. Stolen bases are down. Not a lot of stolen bases. And they want to make the game more exciting. I did a poll over Twitter, and it was basically because of what Theo Epson said on that thing. And the Twitter poll, 32 votes, I think, came in. And the exact same results that, I don't know if it's exact same, but the one that won was I put in there, what's the most, your favorite offensive play? And it came back just like Major League Baseball had. A triple one. And let's see, stolen base got second. Then home run and double was the fourth. It actually went in the poll that Major League Baseball did, triple, double, stolen base, home run. So do I think that 62 would happen without the steroid era?
Who was the closest before Sosa and McGuire?
Brady Anderson. But he was
on
steroids.
He was on roids. I'm talking like...
Mark McGuire, 87, 49. Kevin Mitchell had a run, too. Cecil Fielder had a run. But they
Andre
all fizzled
Dawson
out.
hit 47.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
was
say
89, right? Yeah.
I'll say the Hawk was not on roids.
That was 89.
I mean, that was a hell of a year.
That was his MVP year.
It's a hell of a year to hit 47 home runs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
So.
It's happening a lot these days. Guys are in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Well, I mean,
what are they on now?
What do you mean?
They're on something.
Well, they're on something. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We have 3 players that have 10 home runs. Ron Acuna, JD Martinez, Ohtani, and then a buttload with 9.
Ohtani looks like he's a natural athlete, though.
He is. I like him.
I do, too.
I like everything about it. So I like the story. My guy Byron Buxton, center fielder for the Twins, he's got 9, but he's injured like all the time. I mean, that guy is as fragile as can be. Freeman's got 9. That's your guy.
Call him Glass.
Adolis Garcia probably got 9. Jose Ramirez got 9. Giancarlo Stanton's got 9. Fernando Tatis got 9. He had time on the DL as well. He could probably be at 12 if it wasn't for that DL stint, and that was just a 10-dayer. Because they're hitting one about every 3 games. I mean, that's basically if you look at it like that. So 1 out of every 12 at bats is a home run for these guys right now. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, Acuna's under that. Acuna's 1 for 11.8 at bats. Martinez is 1 for every 12.6 at bats. Ohtani is 1 for every 12.3 at bats. So yeah, it's 1 every 3rd game. So I don't know. That is a great question. I mean,
well, let's just see that every 3rd game. So quick math, 162, right?
I mean, that's just under what you're talking about. Andre Dawson did if he hit 47. He's just under. He's just over 1 every 3 games. So what did it? It's
1 every 3 games. Jeez,
that's what I just said.
I know. I did by 12.
So
that's 54 dongs.
Yeah. And like I said, yeah, and Andre was
pretty close.
It's a good question. And the thing is, I think the steroid era was so welcomed because baseball was boasting their chest and puffing it out, being like, we got rid of the cocaine era. They were so excited about that.
I don't think anybody really cared about the cocaine era.
Selig did.
Did he?
And it's so much that it's almost like a mask to be like, hey, we're gonna clean up the cocaine
because Daryl and Doc were busy doing coke.
Who's that other guy? Do you remember this? Oh gosh,
Keith Hernandez.
I'm pretty sure Keith got into the candy.
Stuck in his stash, dude.
Who was the one? Gosh darn it all!
Which one? Was he a Met?
No, he was a Cardinal, but he also played on Atlanta. Lonnie Smith.
Lonnie Smith?
I think so, yeah. This is a story.
Terry Pendleton.
No, I think it's Lonnie Smith. It's a story. I'm going to have to ask my brother later. I remember this was like in the 80s or whatever else, and I don't know if this is a tale that grew or if someone was there that we know. I just remember that Lonnie Smith like dove for a ball in the outfield, and as he came to an end, he came up to like the foul line, and they started chanting like snorted or something like that. So Lonnie Smith had a little problem too. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true or anything like that, but I just remember that specifically. So no, I think baseball really did, puff up their chest and use that as a umbrella to shade what was going on. To be like, well, we cleaned up cocaine and now everybody likes the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball.
I guess.
I don't know. I really don't know if it would be broken.
What are they on now? Adderall?
I don't know. I don't know what's banned and what isn't. I have no clue, but yeah, I mean, but let's see. All right, so let's just take a look at like someone like JD Martinez, Ohtani.
Think back in the
Chris
day,
Bryant.
like Vince Coleman would steal 100 bases a year.
Yeah.
I mean, who's leading the league this year? Like, who's going to win it this year with how many stolen bases? 5?
No. Some people have more than that. Whit Merrifield from Royals has 11. So he's on pace, pretty good pace there. That's a lot of stolen bases. That's one. He's got one every third game.
Well, all right, 54.
Yeah, never
pretty
mind.
weak compared to Vince.
Yeah, it's so weak.
Yeah.
Like, never mind.
I mean,
yeah, all right. It's not nearly as fun. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some scores around league. Oh, and there was another no-hitter yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's our fourth no-hitter of the season. Our fifth, if you did some.
Did they change the mound or something?
They're gonna. Well, they're going to. They're flirting with moving the mound back in other minor league games a couple feet. Let's just see.
Couple feet.
Yeah, they're moving it back.
Yeah, it's feet, maybe inches.
Wade Miley pitched baseball's fourth no-hitter of the season. This is the second time the Reds have been no-hit in a month.
Oh, wow.
The only other season in Major League Baseball history with 4 no-hitters before the end of May was all the way back in 1917.
Was Nap LaJoy one of them?
Probably.
Right.
I mean, we can't have a list without having Nap on there.
Yeah.
We know that. We know better than that. But, yeah, so that's a long time. So it's just a lot of no-hitters, and it could be 5. Should be 5. Also over the weekend, Rory McIlroy.
4 no-hitters and a really good outing. Is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Really good outing.
Rory McIlroy snapped an 18-month drought with a win at the Wells Fargo Championship.
See his hot wife.
I did. Erica is her name.
God.
And they've got a little daughter named Poppy.
Poppy?
Poppy is her name.
Oh.
So in 2 weeks is the PGA Championship where, and it will be held at Kauai Islands Ocean Course, where McIlroy won in 2012. So he's going back to where he won 9 years ago. Over the weekend, Canelo Alvarez beat up Billy Joe Saunders in front of 73,000 plus fans, the largest indoor attendance for a boxing event in U.S. history.
Look at that.
Would you rather go to a boxing event or an NBA game?
Boxing.
NBA Finals game.
Oh. Who's boxing?
The Tyson Fury. Heavyweights.
Perfect.
Big dogs.
Totally there.
Okay, this Canelo Alvarez guy.
Who's in the NBA Finals?
Celtics, Lakers. Knicks, Lakers.
Definitely going boxing.
Bulls, Dallas Mavericks.
Jordan-led Bulls?
Because I know you're
that
not
would be
too big on that.
toss up right there. I wouldn't mind because I like that Doncic or Luka kid. Is it Doncic?
Yeah.
I like that kid, and then of course I'd love to see the Bulls make the finals. So it'd be a toss up.
All right, I just didn't know how much your disdain for.
Where's the game at though? I gotta T-Roy this up. Is it in Chicago or is it in Dallas?
It's in Chicago.
Nah, I'll go to the boxing match because I'll be in Vegas.
Okay. All right.
See, if I go to Dallas, then I get to go to Jerry World too.
Yep, we got to take a break, but I'm going to give you our today's trivia question.
All right.
According to Forbes' latest rankings, the Cowboys are the world's most valuable sports franchise at $5.7 billion. 6 other American franchises are in the top 10. Can you name them? 6 other American franchises are in the top 10. Can you name them? Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Like, okay, 3 are in the NBA, 2 are in the NFL, and 1 in the Major League Baseball. All right? So that's the question. The Cowboys are the world's most valuable sports franchise at $5.7 billion per Forbes' latest rankings.
When you say 2 in the NFL, that's Dallas and 1 other one.
6 other American franchises are in the top 10.
There's 2 other ones.
Can you name them? 3 NBA, 2 NFL, 1 MLB. That's our trivia question in the first hour here at Don't Hassle So Local. We'll be right back after a short break. T-Roy, read a promo for me, if you will.
Locally owned since 1934, Tri-City Equipment has been your Quad City source for restaurant equipment and value ever since. If you're looking to cater an event or just something for your little home chef, you can try them online at tricityequipment.com or go down to 527 West 4th Street in Davenport and look at their newly remodeled 2,400 square foot showroom. Remember, they deliver to all Quad City residents and match online pricing, so please call them today. 563-322-5382. Showroom hours, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
The Rock says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Rachel Alger with St. Ambrose University, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Davenport and Moline, get ready. 20 ribeyes for $35. Fishers of Men Foods is bringing you a meat sale you don't want to miss. At North Park Mall Davenport behind Firestone and South Park Mall Moline behind Olive Garden. Just look for the big truck and tent. It's a gigantic steak, seafood, chicken, and pork meat blowout sale happening now for a limited time. You'll also find mega ribeye porterhouse, T-bone jumbo shrimp, fillets, lobsters, pork ribs, pork chops, even top quality chicken breast. And of course, 20 ribeyes for $35. It's all happening in North Park Mall Davenport behind Firestone and South Park Mall Moline behind Olive Garden. Hurry and fill your freezer with quality meat, pork, seafood, and chicken just in time for grilling season. This sale won't last long, and while you're there, ask about their whole cow and half cow specials. It's this year's gigantic meat sale, only happening in North Park Mall behind Firestone and South Park Mall behind Olive Garden. 20 ribeyes for $35. Cash, credit, or debit card. See you today.
The first ever GM Ford Mopar Nationals is coming to Cordova International Raceway Saturday the 22nd. See the Ozark Mountain Super Shifters and the Nostalgia Pro Stocks at the same time for the first time ever. Enjoy long, smoky burnouts, gear jamming, and wheelies galore. Midwest top sportsmen and Victory Nostalgia Super Stocks battle it out to see who's the best brand on the ground. Plus, box class and no box bracket races. Saturday, May 22nd. Gates open at 8. Track is hot at 10. For more info, visit Cordova International Raceway at racecir.com.
Baseball is back, and you can catch every swing of the bat, every double play, and every strikeout at Circle Tap in Davenport. Watch every game on one of their 17 flat-screen TVs, or enjoy their beautiful outdoor patio. Get $1 Bud Family Drafts during every Chicago baseball game and take advantage of their daily food and drink specials. Plus, enter to win your favorite Chicago baseball team swag bag. It's valued at over $200. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends all baseball season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders, and I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied with the quarterback spot. And
never.
Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean,
but if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers,
Vegas
would be Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where like that would have really been.
That's why he was really pushing.
Yeah.
He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
All right, is that a Q2 or Q3 expense?
Dwayne's CPA went MIA. To keep his books and his sanity, he needs to find a replacement ASAP.
Hey, Johnny, have you ever heard of a fungible good?
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
What I am about to tell you is my opinion. It is not a statement of fact. I believe that the 49ers changed their minds on the decision between Mac Jones and Trey Lance somewhere deep into the process. I don't think this was all one big smokescreen. I don't think they got any benefit from doing it. I think they legitimately changed their minds. And as a consequence, they take Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. I don't know this for certain, but if I had to bet money that mattered to me, I would bet that if Trey Lance had been available at 4, the Falcons would have taken him. That's what I think. I don't know it, but that's what I think. And that would have changed everything. Obviously, the draft falls the way the draft falls because quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3, but not 4. I think Lance, when all was said and done, was the guy everybody wanted.
Greeny, weekdays 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra250 for more details.
We're representing the South Side. Your station for the Chicago White Sox is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once again to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, AM 1170.
I feel like that weather is getting better and better as we move on, T-Roy.
Well, that's what happens. It's called like we're going around the sun and the Earth's tilting on its axis, so now we're tilting towards the sun.
Oh, yeah. I like where this conversation's going.
Yeah, you know.
Huh.
That's what happens. It goes like this, and then it goes back, and then it comes around.
And then the sun's on the other side, and now our portion.
Yeah, now our portion.
The northern hemisphere.
Now it's getting
western
colder in
side,
Australia. It's getting warmer here.
Okay.
Yeah.
In our axis, I think it's at 27 degrees or whatever else, something like that. As we go travel around, it's not global warming or anything like that.
Off kilter.
I like this. This is a good. Yeah, I'm glad we get to have this conversation.
Yeah, it's not global warming.
It's been years since I taught geography, so I forgot how the whole thing worked.
So shocking. We're gonna get canceled one day.
Yeah, I know. All right. Before we went to break, I told you that according to Forbes' latest rankings, the Cowboys are the world's most valuable sports franchise, valued at $5.7 billion. There are 6 other American franchises in the top 10. I asked you, can you name them? 3 are the NBA, 2 are in the NFL, 1 in the MLB.
Well,
How do you think you did?
We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I know the one in baseball is the Yankees.
At $5.25 billion, it is in fact the New York Yankees.
And I know that one of them is the New York Knicks.
At $5 billion from the NBA is the New York Knicks.
It shocked me that more NBA. I think one of them in the NFL are the New York Giants.
At $4.3 billion is the New York Giants.
Okay. So I've got one from each sport now.
Mm-hmm.
I think my second one in the NBA is the LA Lakers.
At $4.6 billion, it is indeed the Lakers of Los Angeles.
And this is where I got scared.
Okay.
This is where I get scared. So I got baseball knocked out.
Yeah, you got that done.
So my other NFL team.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I get strikes.
Yeah.
Right? I get strikes.
Yeah.
Okay. The Chicago Bears?
No.
Okay.
Where's my...
Dang it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to use... I used the one on the NFL. I'll use my next pick on NBA.
Okay.
Is it the Philadelphia 76ers? Dang it. Is it the New England Patriots?
At $4.4 billion, it is the New England Patriots.
God, I should have went with that one because that was my other first guess, and then I switched to the Bears. All right. And I'm going to go out on... So that takes up care of my NFLs.
Mm-hmm.
I need one more NBA team.
That's right.
It has to be the Boston Celtics, right?
It is not the Boston Celtics.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the 76ers. Man, give me a hint. Give me a player.
California. Steph Curry.
It's the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah, they're actually valued more than the Lakers at $4.7 billion. It goes Knicks at $5 billion,
Wow.
Warriors at 4.7, Lakers at 4.6.
Well, that I would have guessed for years on that one. Yeah, I actually had the Patriots written down first, and then I thought, well, maybe it's the Bears, so I threw the Bears up there, and I had it between the Sixers and the Celtics, on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that. Oh, man. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't do too bad.
No, you didn't do too bad at all. Let's just take a quick yesterday at some scores around Major League Baseball. The Red Sox beat the Orioles 4-3. Red Sox now have, I believe, yes, the best record in baseball.
Who do?
The Red Sox.
From Boston?
That's right, 22-13, a 629 winning percentage.
Look at that.
And the White Sox are right behind them with a 594. And the St. Louis Cardinals have a 600 winning percentage, and the San Francisco Giants have 588. All leading their divisions, obviously. The Yankees beat the Nationals 3-2. Brewers go into extra innings against the Marlins, win on the road 2-1. The New York Mets 4-2 victory over the Diamondbacks. Crazy thing in that is Jacob deGrom left. Hopefully he'll be okay. White Sox, Lucas Giolito get the win over the Kansas City Royals 9-3. The Houston Astros 7-4 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Cardinals shut out the Rockies at home 2-0. The Cubbies make a comeback but fall just short yesterday, lose 6-5 to the Pirates. The Rangers win at home 10-2 over the Mariners. Padres go on the road and beat up on the Giants 11-1. Angels over the Dodgers 2-1. Rays beat the Athletics 4-3, and the Braves 6-1 over the Phillies. Games today, just a short one, is Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, Boston at Baltimore, Angels on the road at Houston, the Padres at Colorado, Miami Marlins at the Arizona Diamondbacks, and Texas Rangers at the San Francisco Giants happening. Okay, and in the NBA, we've got the standings going on here. We're just a few games away till we get to go to the playoffs, and there is a possibility here that you might have something like the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors against each other in a playoff game. It's kind of more of a long shot because right now it's looking like the Lakers and the Spurs would be playing each other in the play-in game, and the Golden State Warriors and the Grizzlies would be playing themselves in the Western Conference. The Bulls are still right outside, trying to get into the playoffs, trying to be that 10th spot. They're the 11th right now. So right now would be, if the playoffs were to start today, the Pacers and the Celtics would play each other in a playing game, and the Hornets and the Wizards would be there. But the Bulls still have a fighting chance. Although it's only a 2% chance, it's still a chance. According to our friends at Basketball Reference, there's a playoff percentage getting in there. But, yeah, and outside looking in for... And I think I think everyone wants to see it just because we want to see the kid play. We want the Pelicans to get in there as the 10th seed. We just want to get him to play in game. We want to be able to see him play. So, all right. You were hitting the link. How'd it go on Friday? Hitting the links, the golf course, all that stuff.
Well, I had a natural birdie.
I don't know what that means, but
Oz and I were in a cart, so we played best ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was hole 4. Took my drive, took my approach shot, and I made the putt for birdie.
Oh, so you got a birdie, but the team gets it though.
The team gets it too. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Play a little skins game on that. So we took some skins. I think we took 6 skins. So did well. Yeah,
Easer A's is right. Sorry about that. Rockies and Padres is postponed today. Okay. The news on Thursday came while we were on the air, and more it's coming out. Albert Pujols was designated for assignment by the Angels. Apparently, it wasn't just all like, hey, man, get out there and enjoy your career, and if someone wants you to play for them, have at it. It wasn't all fun stuff like that.
Might have been some anger.
Huh? Yeah. So, this is according to USA Today, and thanks to my brother for sending this to me today, as they take it through there. And there was plenty of players. This word spread quick because players took to social media to talk about it. Says that Albert Pujols got up on Wednesday. He was told that he was going to be in the starting lineup that night, but by the time it was over, he was getting into arguments with Joe Madden, questioning his managerial style, and also telling team president and the GM that he wasn't going to retire, insisting that he wanted to play first base still, didn't want to just DH. The Angels like what they have out of Jared Welsh. Walsh, he's been playing right field for him, but he's probably a stronger defensive man. And without that being said, the next day, it was over. You're released, DFA'd. Pedro Martinez went to Twitter, said it's so wrong how they did it. David Ortiz says it's a shame. He should be. I don't know. The question is really like, What is the right way? Do you like the whole thing where it's, hey, I'm announcing my retirement last year, and they travel around, and then they come out at the last game of the series and they give him a rocking chair, or they give him something like the mayor gives him a key to the city for the day or whatever else. Do you like it when they do that? They parade him around, or do you?
I don't know. Maybe I'm in a different point here, but I'm going to go back to the reason why he's no longer on the team.
Batting 198.
Well, you're batting 198, and then all of a sudden you're talking smack to the president and the coach, or the manager. Like
Manager, GM, and president telling him I'm insisting on playing.
Lesson to be learned out there for children who listen to the show. When you walk into work, this is his job. Correct? This is how he makes his living.
Yes.
When you walk into work, even if you are the busboy, dishwasher, cook, whatever your boss say, hey, I need some help with cleaning the head today, or hey, I have a spill on aisle 5 if you work at one of the grocery stores. Maybe it's best not to say, hey, screw your management style. How come you're not doing it? Nah. Or going up to the boss, the big boss, walking in and say, hey, man, your floor manager wants me to clean up puke on aisle 5. I'm not doing it. This is BS, man. This is my last year here. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe just do the job you're paid to do. Quit bitching, you whiny ass. You know what? Whatever. Screw him. I don't care. I don't care. And if you don't like my take, screw you. Why would they keep him around if he's going to be a cancer in the clubhouse? It seems to me like they're finally. Are they? What place are they in?
They actually have gone down a little bit. They were playing well, but they are currently in. It's funny you mentioned because I just had that stat up.
I mean, Joe Madden has a World Series ring. How many does Albert have?
He's got 1 or 2.
All right, I'm not sure.
I know he's got 1 for certain.
He doesn't have any with Angels, though.
Angels are currently right now. No, I'm sorry. The Angels are currently right now 15-18, 4.5 back.
Okay.
They've got a run differential of -27. They've won 3 out of their last 10.
All right, so they're not playing.
Not 3 out. They're yeah. No, I
Either
think
way,
I'm getting more confused.
Is he the cancer in the clubhouse? Is he? You're saying he's batting 198?
He's batting 198. He's not considered a cancer. Mike Trout loves him. All that fun stuff.
All right, I don't know.
But it doesn't get obviously he doesn't get.
But how about you just don't
style.
talk crap to your boss? I don't know.
The Joe Madden style. Listen, it's all fun. Try not to suck or whatever else, but it wore out its welcome on the Cubs. And Pujols has been playing since 2001. This whole we're going to dress up in onesies things, and we're going to keep the clubhouse calm, cool, and we're going to do weird, goofy things like a petting zoo. Doesn't really go for someone who's been in the league for 20 years.
Okay,
he probably doesn't like it.
All right, well, it didn't seem to bother Rossi all that much.
Rossi, and you're comparing Rossi and Pujols, and it's not.
They're old players.
Yeah,
I bet Rossi batted better than 198 his last year as a Cub.
It's a different personality, though. Rossi was
sorry, but you're just comparing.
And again,
I'm comparing guys that played a long time in the league.
Yeah,
he went along with it. Hey, I see what you're trying to do here. Whatever.
I get your point
it's
here.
Just last year.
I get your point here because what it does kind of do, and we can't really speculate too much on what type of guy. And people are going to sing praises of Pujols because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but maybe he's not a clubhouse guy. Maybe he's not.
I don't know.
Rossi is a clubhouse guy. And the only reason I do that is, again, I'm going to go back and I will continue to talk about Theo Epstein's interview with Bill Simmons because it was fantastic. It was insightful. And you have to have the right mix of guys to bring in. And Rossi was one of those guys that he wanted to bring in to do it. And it's a clubhouse
thing. Just
thing.
because Trout likes him, does that make him a great guy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't have anything for or against Pujols. I'm just saying.
I don't either. But, I mean, my thing is this. I mean, period. Like, if you show up to work and you start talking trash to the 2 top guys, what do you think is going to happen?
The guy who wrote this made a really good point. People like Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, and Ortiz, like I said, they got to announce their retirements before the start of the season, their final season. And they were applauded everywhere they went. Like I said,
Jeter retired a Yankee. He was born a Yankee.
Mariano Rivera, Yankee.
Ortiz, majority of his career in Boston.
That's just because
the Twins are dumb enough to let him go?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, but I mean, majority of his career, he went one place, and let's just say his best years were in Boston?
Yeah. Yeah. But
Albert's best years were where? St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Now, if Albert had never left St. Louis, does this happen? I doubt it.
See, then Mikey, hold on. Mikey says that He says got to get signed by St. Louis for one-day contract. I'm not a fan of those. It's that.
He's gonna.
Well, the thing, go deeper in this article. I want to keep talking about the thing. The other thing that was funny was that we talked about him already. Someone like been mentioned in this article in the USA Today, Ricky Henderson, Jim Thome, their careers ended when the phone wasn't ringing, and no one said anything. That's a shame for them to go. The way for them to go out. No one said that's not fair. That no one called Ricky Henderson and he got to go.
I'll take one Ricky over 10 Albert Pujols all day. Love Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, so what was okay, David Ortiz on his Instagram said, I do not agree on the move that just happened. That was devastating for fans and player. I know this is a business, but I was expecting someone like you to walk away like you deserve. You have done so much for baseball that it's hard to replace someone like you. No, I'm sorry.
What has he done for baseball?
I don't know.
Hit some home runs? I don't remember him being like this huge humanitarian. Walking around doing and being the face of baseball. Was he the face of baseball? He's the face of St. Louis.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. Really? Settle down, Ortiz.
Adrian Beltre said, what happened to him is shameful and shows the ugly side of baseball. No matter what, he will always be a legend. Yeah, sure.
Sure, he probably will be, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's top 5 all-time home runs? Something like that. I think you threw it up. I know he's top 10.
The interesting thing will be is if he gets signed and if he has the full-on FU mode.
Just curious. I mean, did Babe Ruth didn't retire a Yankee, did he?
No.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, they stole his name and made a candy bar out of it. How shameful is that? This happens all the time. I'm sorry. I'm not. If the guy.
Well, Ezra says on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread that he wants to play. He doesn't want to be a sideshow. Well, he was always going to be a sideshow because, by the way, he signed a 10-year deal afterwards to be like the face of the Angels, to be the liaison between the front office and everything else. He was a sideshow. He was a walking mascot. He was going to be the guy that you came to the stadium and, hey, Pools is here today. Say hi or whatever else, or show up at events.
Is that contract over now?
I don't know, but I feel like he's going in the Hall of Fame as a Cardinal, not an Angels anymore, as an Angel hat anymore. And there's before it said like he didn't know which way he was going to go in when asked. Oh. If you get in, what hat are you going to wear? I don't know. And I guarantee it's probably the Cardinals now. I think.
Well,
yeah. So.
I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I really, it's not the way I expected it, but like, well. The funny thing is it was the last year of his contract, all right? So if he thought he was going to play one more year or whatever else, he's going to end up with the Thome, the phone's not ringing thing. So he must have said to them, like either is alluding to, and I don't know if this is true, just said like, don't announce that this is my last year. I don't want the whole. Which, if you did that, then you deserve this. I'm sorry if you're like, hey, don't do this. Don't tell anybody because I want to keep playing. I don't want the rocking chair or the cane or the gag gifts or whatever else. I don't want that. Okay, then you don't get it. So it's a business. It really is. I'm sorry. And I think usually I side with the players on everything when it comes to owners versus players.
Well, if they just cut him just to cut him, okay. But
it wasn't a bit. It's not a dollar thing. It was already fine. It's already.
If you're going and having like a pissy match with people,
mm-hmm.
All right, then there's a problem. That's a problem.
User said his wife had a post before the season that it was his last spring training. He made her walk back the comments.
You made her walk back from work?
No, from the comments. Be like, hey, she had to be like, well, I probably spoke too soon. But no, the phone wasn't going to ring. The phone was not going to ring.
Not for someone batting 198.
No,
you're right. And no one. And by the way, is the phone ringing right now? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if he was still the Albert Pujols, someone would have snatched him up by now, right?
That's what I would think, yeah.
I mean, I feel bad in the fact that he is a good guy. It isn't like you look at Albert Pujols and think, oh, my God, this guy was out there just being a douche.
Great guy.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, I get maybe he's frustrated with whatever else, the way the team's going. But at the same time, aren't you a part of that, 198?
Yeah.
you're 15 and 18. Well, why is that 198?
Where's my stats at? Yeah.
They go hand in hand a little bit here. So is it Mad's fault? Is it his fault? Is it, the president's fault, the GM's fault, whatever you want to call it? Whoever he was complaining to, the other one. Was it the GM that he was up there?
Yep, GM. Team president.
Team president, GM, and the manager.
Started with the manager, then he went as far as to go to the GM and the team president. Yep. Said. Yep.
Just follow me here. Mm-hmm. They're never going to say what he said. He had to say some pretty crappy things to get released, right?
You know what? I don't know the direct quote from in the article from the USA Today. I just know that it says that he had questioned. Where's it at here? Just I want to be correct here. Just telling team president he wasn't going to do it. Okay. So by the time the day was over, so that was Wednesday, Pujols was yelling at Joe Madden, telling team president John Carpino and GM Perry Minsayan that he wasn't going to retire, insisting that he did not want to spend the rest of the season on the bench, and blasting Madden's managerial skills, according to two people with direct knowledge of the day's events who requested anonymity because of the sensitive nature of the details.
Do you think that he used just nice, polite words that entire conversation?
I doubt it.
If you're a betting man.
I doubt it.
You think there were like an F-bomb dropped here or there, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm not going to retire, or I'm not effing going to retire.
I got news for you, Mr. Brown. You may think I'm S now, but I'm going to catch on with another team. Every time I pitch against you, I'm going to stick it up your effing butt. Good. I like that in a player. Only problem is I didn't cut you. I think someone's having some fun with you.
Yeah.
I think he gave him the Ricky Vaughn speech to Lou Brown.
Yeah.
Said, I got news for you, Joe Madden. You may think I'm only a 198 hitter now, but I'm coming back.
I'm going to bat 199.
And I'm going to show you. Guess what? When I go to the National League, it starts all over at 0.
Yeah. So definitely going to bat 205.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the Mendoza line? 220?
I think it was 180.
Is it 180 Mendoza?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the 220s. I don't know.
Yeah, so...
I can Google that.
Oh,
hey, Siri, what's the Mendoza line? See what she has to say, Jay.
Okay.
The Mendoza line is an expression in baseball deriving from the name of shortstop Mario Mendoza, whose poor batting average is taken to define the threshold of incompetent hitting. Would you like to hear more?
Yeah, what is it?
The Mendoza line is an expression in baseball.
It's said the cutoff point is most often said to be 200.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was 180 though.
Well, either way, he was batting below the Mendoza line.
He was batting below the Mendoza line. That's right.
Incompetent hitting. Oh my God!
I just don't know why he hasn't been signed yet. And
he's not good anymore, Jay.
Well, I mean,
how many?
There was. Let's see. There was like the White Sox, the Indians, the Cardinals, the Yankees, and one other that CBS Sports was reporting on that they thought that he could go. That were the top 5 to go to. And with the way La Russa is, I mean, La Russa's quoted in there saying, like, if he wants to still play, he can play. He's like, trust me, if he wants to do it, he'll do it and he'll be successful at it. That's what La Russa's saying. But La Russa's living in, I think it was Merrick that said it. La Russa's living in 2007, though.
So he's a little pickled.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah, if you will. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I mean, yes. Do I feel bad for him that he got cut? A little bit. A little bit of it's his own doing. How about that?
All right, let's take a break here. It's almost a quarter after the hour. Our second hour here. Don't Hassle Us Local. ESPN 1170 AM Studios. T-Roy, what do you got?
Runt Street Brewery, Jay. That's what I have.
Mm-hmm.
When are we going down there next?
Oh, well, we have the White Sox this Friday, so it's looking like the 21st.
21st. Going to be down there trying some of those great beers as usual. Remember, they've been rocking and rolling in Davenport since 1992. Beers like Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and the Cherry Bon Blanc. And by the way, that Juicy Lucy,
mm-hmm.
fire, man. Have it on tap out at Oscars. Check out the Facebook page for all food and drink specials or the webpage www.frontstreetbrewery.com. That's Front Street Brewery. The restaurant's at 208 East River Drive, Tap Room, Fairless Complex.
Let me tell you about that tap room.
Yeah.
As the temperature's getting up there.
Oof.
60s, 70s. And we have first pitch in almost 2 years down at Modern Woodman Park.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go down to the tap room, get yourself a juicy loose, sit outside on the river. It'll be a nice 65 degrees, almost anywhere between 65 and 70 tomorrow. Then go over to the river bands. River bands, by the way, masks, all that stuff. But right now, they're going to open up as much as attendance allows them. Their plan right now is to do like every other row.
I heard they're looking for people to run machines, the amusement park rides.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're having trouble staffing people as well?
Yeah.
But Kyle was here, and they said every other one, every other row is like until attendance forces us to do it otherwise.
Yeah.
And then just, I don't want to upset anybody out there listening. By the way, I don't care. But I really don't. But someone's going to be like, how dare you? But, there is a small loophole to the mask thing.
Yeah, what is that?
It's sunflower seeds or peanuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. And he said it, and he's like, well, if you have seeds, you can't really. And I was like, there it is.
What if you're drinking a beer?
That's when you pull it down and you do whatever else. And I guarantee you they're going to come out really, really hard. And by, I don't want to say it but we've seen this in other areas. And by either day 3 or day 30, it's going to get a little bit more relaxed because people are tired of just constant reminder, hey, we're going to do this, that type of thing. Yeah, I'm excited. They're going to be back. They're going to be into tomorrow. So I got some things going on. I'm not going to be able to make it down tomorrow, but
you know what they call them people?
What?
Mask holes.
I don't know what a mask hole is. It's the people that I get that.
I don't know.
Every time I say
it can
that,
apply to anyone.
It can.
It can.
It really can. It goes either way because if you're the person that tells people that they need to wear a mask, you're a mask hole. Or if you're the person who completely utterly refuses to wear a mask and says I'm not wearing a mask, I haven't worn one, you're a mask hole. So it just kind of is everybody then?
I don't know.
Or if you're just someone who's dumb and naive like me and you forget it and you go up to the door and you're like, oh crap, and go back and you're like, you look like a mask hole.
I just like using it.
Yeah, I do too.
Whatever way you want to apply it.
However
mask
it works.
Hole.
It is this
way to go, mask hole.
Masks can go away, but the term how it can just apply to everybody is.
Yeah, we can say it on air too.
Yeah,
I love
great.
it.
Yeah. All right, well,
it's like calling somebody a barb.
That's one of the longest promos we've ever read. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't hassle us for local.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
PointsBet understands that in sports, it pays to be fast. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Whether you're a bettor or a baller, a sharp or a sharpshooter, if you're making money or just laying money, sports is speed. Luckily, your sports book can keep up. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. Plus, right now, PointsBet is giving customers the best odds on all pro sports. That's better odds and bigger payouts on our lightning fast app because PointsBet knows every second matters. Time is money, and it pays to be fast. PointsBet has the best odds on all pro sports, so download the app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they have ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
River Valley Turf is your Quad Cities John Deere dealer specializing in lawn and garden, commercial equipment, John Deere utility vehicles, and compact tractors. River Valley Turf has a huge inventory of both new and used power equipment to get the job done right the first time. Deer season is going on now, so come shop the selection and save. Buy now before they're gone. Unlike the box stores, we let you drive it before you buy it. Stop in and see what River Valley Turf has to offer today Located in both Davenport, Iowa and Silvis, Illinois, or visit rivervalleyturf.com.
Hey, Jay here. Get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here. New owners, new items.
I'm AJ at GT Sports, the best damn apparel shop in the Quad Cities with custom apparel, backpacks, uniforms, drinkware, hats, and much more. We are the embroidery and screen printing champions you can count on. GT Sports has it and is ready to serve you. Just down from Helium and Eldridge, or find us online at GT Sportswear.
GT Sports here. Get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course we can help you gear up for that next oil change. We've got a great deal for the job. Right now you can get 5 quarts of Castrol GTX conventional or high mileage motor oil and an STP oil filter for just $28.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Second overall pick Zach Wilson wrapped up his first NFL minicamp Sunday, and while the Jets drafted him to be their long-term quarterback, Wilson doesn't expect to be handed the starting job.
You know, in this position, the coaches want to play the best player, and that position's got to be earned. You know, I got to go in there and I got to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do, and you know, that'll take care of itself.
Elsewhere, we knew DK Metcalf was fast, but the Seahawks receiver ran a blazing 10.37 100-meter dash at the U.S. Track and Field Golden Games Sunday, finishing 9th in his heat against the fastest men in the country. At that pace, he'd run the 40 in 3.79 seconds. And the 2021 schedule is now just days away. The schedule release presented by Verizon will be live Wednesday, 8 Eastern on NFL Network as we reveal all 17 games for every NFL team. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu with iconic flavors that taste like instant summer. You order the one and only Drumstick Blizzard with peanuts. Oh, wow. Crunchy waffle cone pieces, world-famous DQ soft serve, and Blue Sky Bliss. Or maybe you get the Brownie Batter Blizzard. Ooh, wee. Fudgy brownie goodness. You're feeling breezy and dreamy all over. Moments like these are why the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu exists. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
All right, everybody, we're back. Thanks for tuning in once again to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, AM 1170.
Just a couple mask holes in a studio.
You know, I was thinking on break, Jay.
Yeah?
Maybe if Pools hadn't been such a mask hole,
Maybe.
when they got fired.
He'd still be employed as a Major League Baseball player. I wonder how that 10-year deal is going to happen with the Angels after this. All right, I gave you the scores when we came back from break last time. I'll give you the standings right now in the American League East. The Red Sox are currently the leaders there. They have a 22-13 record and 3.5 games ahead of second place Yankees. The White Sox are now in first place in the American League Central. They are 7-3 their last 10 games, and they are winners of 3 straight. They are just 1 game ahead of the Cleveland Indians. In the American League West, Oakland is the leader there. They're 21-15. Oakland just 5-5 their last 10. In the National League East, the Mets 16-13. The Cardinals lead the Central. They have a 21-14 record. And in the West, who saw this coming outside of Easer A's? The San Francisco Giants currently lead the West over the San Diego Padres 1.5. And the Dodgers are 2.5 back. The Dodgers have an 18-17 record, but have a plus 32 run differential. That means they're either winning games by a lot and losing the games in the close ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only the Astros have a higher plus run differential and not in first place. They have a plus 33. So they're doing the exact same thing. Then you got someone like the Twins who are 7 games back, and they got a -2, meaning because they cannot win one-run games or they blow a lot of late-run leads. The Twins realistically should be sitting at about 18-14 right now. But, who's paying attention? Who's better? Not me. Not me at all. I know we've talked about this before. I'm just going to pull up on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread where it was because, he's a national treasure, so we have to talk about him.
OJ?
No, he definitely is a national treasure. But no, that reported that I think we already knew this though, but I think Ken Rosenthal. Was it Hines that shared this with us? I would just want to give credit to the right person about how Tebow's going to sign a 1-year deal with the Jaguars.
Oh, we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, he's going to sign a 1-year deal and going to be reunited with Urban Meyer. And what kind of success do you think Urban Meyer is going to have in his first year in the NFL?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that he's going to tear it up by any means. It's going to be hard. It's a lot of young guys trying to come together. 5 wins.
Okay.
Maybe. Which is obviously a huge improvement from last year.
Yep. And then
Jimmy Johnson's first year, I think Dallas went 1-16. Or 1-15, sorry.
So this is what Brad's the one that shared it with us from Ian Rappaport. The Jaguars are planning to sign QB turned tight end Tim Tebow to a 1-year deal per me and Tom Pelissero. A deal that could be official in the next week or so. Nothing done yet, but he'll have a chance to make the team to reunite with his mentor and college head coach Urban Meyer.
Huh. Have you been watching any Netflix lately?
I have not. I tried to watch something Saturday night, but the kids fell asleep. I tried to watch Mitchell's versus the Machines. What did you watch?
There's a new series out, Jupiter's Legacy.
All right. I saw the preview, but I can't remember too much about. What is this thing?
It's like it's superheroes. It's very dark.
Yeah, it had a mature audience.
Yeah, it's very much like The Boys in that way, where there's a mature audience.
Yeah.
And it's a darker world of superheroes and how they deal with things. But yeah, it kind of, and it's like a split timeline. So it's giving you the backstory and doing current events all at the same time. So it's pretty good so far. Yeah.
So what when you say like the dealing with the stress of being a superhero?
Well, let's just say like the guy that's in charge, right? Like maybe the head dude, the dude that's got all the Superman crap, right?
Yeah.
So his thing is we don't ever kill anybody. We're not judge, jury, executioner. If there's a bad guy, like a super villain, they need to subdue them, and then get them into this thing called the super hold or something like that, and then they get tried. By jury of peers, blah, blah, blah. But, like, his thing happens, like, his son, who's almost as strong as him, but, like, he'll get stronger as he gets older. Like, this dude was pretty much ready to try to kill Dad. And dude said, screw it. Punched right through his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his dad was upset because he killed a dude. Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like how DC works, though? Like, Batman, Superman, aren't they kind of like Batman doesn't kill people? I don't think Superman kills people, though, either. Don't they have, like, a turmoil like that?
I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like a little bit. Because I think in, like, The Dark Knight Returns or whatever else, I think, like, doesn't Catwoman say to Batman, like...
Oh, he says no guns.
Yeah, that's what it was. Do that again.
No guns.
No, I said no guns.
Well, I said, where's the trigger? Where's the trigger?
He's a character actor. Can you imagine? He just goes around everywhere. He goes to like the food spot or whatever else. Bagel with cream cheese. I know it does crack me up that watching that too, the way he talks as Batman.
Well, it's because he has a thing on his thing.
Because they don't want him to know he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, all he really needs to do is just wear a tie and glasses, and no one knows that it's him. I mean, that's how Superman does it. And no, I saw it, but I haven't got into it yet, though. All right, so Brad Hines says, "Remember when Hayden Fox went to the Orlando Breakers? It will be the same for Urban."
Oh yeah.
Well, because we talked about this, we did this before too. Jimmy Johnson is not the only one, but probably the most recent head coach with success who went from the college to.
Well,
but Urban took a couple years off.
Can't say Barry Switzer, but I'm gonna.
Some people would say Barry Switzer.
I'm gonna caution the fact that Barry Switzer inherited a Super Bowl champion team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pretty much did what he was told.
Right.
Saban didn't have success.
Saban did not have success. The old ball coach did not have success. Jimmy Johnson is seriously one of the only ones to have that success.
And when we're talking about success, you were successful in college, and then you transferred over.
All right, we're forgetting Pete Carroll. I know you don't like him.
I know. I was trying. Yeah, I really thought that was going to be a crash and burn, Mav. And I stand corrected on that.
And he had 2 shots at it in the NFL. If you think about that.
And he had 2 shots at 2 national titles. He lost to Texas and Vince Young, the other one.
But he was with the Patriots, and then he left Patriots
to
go to USC,
gotcha.
and he came back to the NFL. So,
do you think Saban could have success if he were to
come back?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could see him taking over the Patriots.
Yeah, it really is Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll, and then that's it. I mean, Matt Rule, he's at Carolina now, but he didn't have that success at Baylor. I mean, he had wins, but it's not like he had a national title.
Right.
So
I mean, Jimmy Johnson and Carroll, the only 2 to ever win a Super Bowl and win a national title. Didn't he win a national title?
Huh.
USC when he was there?
Yeah, he won one.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they took it away. They took away Reggie Bush, but yeah, they won one. And then they lost to Vince Young in the 2006. Saban. Did Saban go Michigan State?
He was Michigan
then LSU,
State, LSU,
then
Pros,
Miami. Okay.
And then back to.
So he won
Bama.
one. Did he win one before he went to the pros?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he won one for LSU.
Right.
Les Miles won one for LSU.
Yes.
And then the current coach, Obergeron, whatever. He won one. Okay. So he won one. Then he went to, so Jimmy Johnson won. Then he went to the pros. Didn't have to come back. Pete Carroll didn't win when it was in Patriots. Then went to college. Then came back. So I'm wondering if Saban were to go, if he would have find success because maybe he can pick and choose better where to go and find, as fast as he can success. He's getting up there in age. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll see how it goes. But Urban's had 3 years off of this? 2 years? 2 years, really. That's about it because he had the suspended year and then. Yeah. So, but I mean, he left once before. So we'll see. I mean, all eyes will be on that, and I think no matter what, Tony Khan will be happy down there in Jacksonville with what they have, and he's got the future to build if he wants to.
I think he'll do well. Just my thought.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they can build that defense around, it'll be all right. But yeah, the Tebow thing, good for Tebow. I mean, you're a pretty athletic dude if you can go and get paid to do that. Paid to play in the NFL, then get to go do MLB for a couple years, even though if it's just AA, and then come back and just get signed to be tight end because you're working out. And that's fantastic. So,
yeah, you gotta be happy for him.
I was thinking about this earlier, and it's funny because we were talking about some Cubs, and I don't know why it came up in my head. But this was earlier today, and I did it faster than I thought faster than I could be able to. So I was wondering how many teams we could do this for. If you could name, probably let's just say it's more likely the best player at every position or just maybe your favorite, but more likely the best at every position for the Cubs, your all-time lineup. And forget the pitching staff.
Start me out. Behind the dish?
That's a great question. It's a good start.
You give me the plate. You give me the position.
The best Cub ever behind the dish.
I'm going to go Contreras.
I think you got to go that right now.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Mark Grace or Rizzo?
Who else played first base? Leon Durham.
Grace led his decade in hits.
Okay, did Billy Williams was an outfielder, right?
Yeah.
Ernie Banks was short, but he did play first at the end of his career. Grace or Rizzo?
Grace, Rizzo, Rafael Palmeiro.
I'm going Gracie.
I go Gracie. Second base is Sandberg.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Shortstop's Ernie Banks. Sorry, Baez.
Yeah. It's Banks.
Third base is Brian, or is it Ron Santo?
Or Ron
Ron Say, I kind of threw him in there too, but
You're going to Santo.
I go Bryant. He won an MVP.
No.
He won a World Series.
Going Santo.
I think it's probably Santo too.
Right field.
Sammy. I'm sorry.
Sosa?
Yeah. He's got to be in there.
I'm going Billy Williams. Wasn't he right fielder? Actually, I'm going the Hawk.
Yeah.
If we're going right field, I'm going the Hawk.
We're going Hawk.
Yeah.
Center fielder.
Center field.
He's the best Cubs center fielder of all time.
Well, didn't Jerome Walton win a Rookie of the Year?
He sure did, and Dwight Smith got second. That's right, 1989.
Oh, man.
Self-taught, no lessons. Thank you very much, Pop.
Got Bobby Dernier.
You got Bobby Dernier, part of the Daily Double in 84.
Oh, my God.
Kenny Lofton was there for a while.
Yeah.
Who else was out there in center field?
I'm trying to think of old Cubs, and I can't.
We really had like I say we, Jesus. Have they never really had just like a ball hawk out there? Just
We'll just go that rookie. What was the rookie's name again?
was Juan Pierre a center fielder?
Yeah. I like the Rookie of the Year, though.
Jerome Walton?
Yeah.
Bring him back.
We're going Jerome Walton.
Bring back Jerome Walton.
All right, left field, we're going Billy Williams.
All right. See, and that actually went a little bit longer than I thought because we threw in the Rizzo and then Chris Bryant in there.
All right, what team do you want to do now?
What team do you think? I mean, because I'm like, all right, how deep do I know of each team? And that's where, and I was like, I know we could do the Yankees right away, probably.
All right, let's try the Yankees.
Barra's behind the dish.
Yogi?
Uh-huh.
Okay. First base?
Donnie, right? Don Mattingly.
No.
Who?
It's got to be Lou Gehrig.
Oh, it's Lou Gehrig, yeah. Duh.
Second base.
Second base for the New York Yankees. Willie Randolph.
Yeah?
Steve Sachs.
No, I was a Dodger.
Yes, I played for the Yankees. Who else? Oh, no, there was Robinson Cano was the second baseman for them. You don't like him because steroids or what?
I don't know.
Willie Randolph was pretty well respected. He was badass on
back in the day.
He was badass on RBI.
Who's on RBI baseball? Was he the starting second baseman on RBI? I think he was.
Yeah, Willie Randolph was. Yeah,
Willie Randolph.
I guarantee you, we're missing like
probably missing somebody.
Yeah,
that's really really good.
Shortstop's Jeter.
It's Jeter. Third base, Craig Nettles.
Scott Brocious.
I like Craig Nettles, man. I go Craig Nettles all day.
Oh, Soriano did play second base for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Forget about him.
Whatever, I'm taking Willie Randolph.
Yeah, me too. Alfonso Soriano. Get out of here. There's a guy whose phone
Third
stopped
base.
ringing too.
You could go A-Rod. Third.
Probably A-Rod.
Probably, but I still like Craig Nettles.
It's not Craig Nettles over
What do you
A-Rod.
mean? What do you
It's
mean?
just not.
All right, I'll go A-Rod. Whatever. Right field, it's the Babe.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Center field, man, you got a lot. You got to go Mantle, right?
It's Mantle, yeah.
But they've had a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, does Maggio go to left? DiMaggio has to go to left, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's some good guys behind the plate, too. Thurman Munson was there.
Oh, God.
You know? You've got...
Just think, this thing we left off. We had to leave off Don Manley. We
Yeah.
had to leave off...
Fortunately.
I mean, we had to leave off Roger Maris.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
A lot
Oh,
of
man.
dudes. A lot of dudes left off that list.
But that's the Yankees.
That's the Yankees. That's what you get.
Do the Cardinals.
Okay, Cards.
Tony Pena behind the dish. Sorry,
You
Cardinals-
tried to piss off every Cardinal fan
every
in
Cardinal
here?
fan right now that's
You
listening.
know it's Yachty, dude.
Yeah, every Cardinal fan almost just drove off the
Dude,
road.
they're excited for wait.
This guy is a
There are
hack.
gonna be people wait for you in the parking lot.
This guy doesn't know anything. All right.
First base, Jack Clark.
Over at Albert?
I just teasing. I'm trying to get in trouble too. Pools.
Okay.
Yeah. Second baseman, Tommy Kerr.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody else? I mean, the Wizard, Ozzy.
Ozzy goes short. Third base now.
They've had a lot of good third basemen throughout the years.
But it's got to be...
Terry Pendleton played third for him. Scott Brocious.
No, that was a Yankees.
No. Scotty Borman, bruh.
Who was the guy that was like the St. Louis kid who was good in the postseason? He's not there all the time. There's
Ankiel?
Ricky. We're missing stuff. We're leaving somebody out for third base, and it's going to be like bland. Scott Rowland's a good one.
Yeah, Scott Rowland. That's
There
what
you
I was
go.
thinking of.
Okay. Does Willie McGee make it into the outfield?
Well, let's just go. We'll go Scott Rowland at third.
Okay.
I mean, first Stan the Man? What position did he play? He was right, wasn't he?
Was he a first baseman too?
I thought he was outfielder.
Stan the Man.
Yeah.
Just making stuff up now.
I mean, you got Willie McGee, Vince Coleman.
Isn't Jim Edmonds out there?
Oh God, he was good too. But
Yeah.
You want McGee or Coleman, right?
You got to have Vince Coleman.
He was a left fielder though.
You got to have Vince Coleman. Then you throw in
The ugliest baseball player ever, Willie McGee.
Willie McGee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy. That's what he has to do. He knows about. He's going down in history as the ugliest man in baseball.
He wasn't an attractive man. Yeah. Him.
Oh, Lou Brock, duh.
Oh.
See? Should Mark McGuire be first?
Where did Lou Brock play, though?
Outfield. I don't know.
Good Lord. They were stacked, too.
Yeah, well, the Cardinals have a very good history.
Oh, my God. All right, Dodgers.
Stan the Man there, Lou Brock. Dodgers. Boy. Mike Piazza behind the dish? That's got to be more than that. Yeah.
Come on, man. You're forgetting about...
I'm forgetting about everybody. I'm just going to show my...
You're forgetting about... and now I can't even think of the guy because you got me thrown off. Starts with a C. Dang it. Oh, man. Jay?
I know what you're talking... It's...
RBI Baseball.
Yeah. No,
Campaneros.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Roy Campanella.
Campanella, yeah.
Campanella, yeah.
First baseman. Number 6? Garvey? Is it Garvey?
It's Garvey, yeah.
It's got to be Garvey.
This is according to... Yeah, I'm looking up...
Second baseman has to be either Davey Lopes or Steve Sachs. I'm going Davey Lopes.
At what?
Second base.
It's Jackie Robinson.
Oh, duh. See, I'm aging myself.
It's all right.
Shortstop?
Shortstop.
Pee-wee?
Yep, Pee-wee Reese.
Okay. What did you pull up?
I don't know. First thing that came
up. Did you pull up RBI Baseball?
It's like Los Angeles Dodgers all-time starting lineup as
third base, Ron Say.
An article on lineups.com. So good, we get to do this.
All right.
What'd you say, third base?
Yeah.
Ron Say. Yep.
All right. Right field. Duke Snyder?
Gil Hodges.
Gil Hodges.
Gil Hodges is here.
Then center field, Duke Snyder.
Yep.
And then right field.
Left field.
Pedro Guerrero? Who do they got?
Zach Wheat.
I don't know who that is. We're going Pedro Guerrero.
It is. Let me take you through this. This 1994 to 2008. This cannot be right. You've probably never heard of Zach Wheat, but back in the day, he had one of the best batting profiles in the league. The lefty hit for average during his entire career and could be seen doing it all on the field. He was a decent fielder in left and had a great eye at the plate. While he doesn't look like he'll be helping much in the home run category, you can count on Wheat getting on base for the rest of the team. What?
I don't even remember that guy.
Is this? I honestly have to. I feel so dumb that I don't know who a Zach Wheat is. But according to an article on April 28th, 2020, someone else just started doing this. Oh, man. All right, let's see this.
Zach Wheat.
Yeah.
I don't remember that dude.
Hold on. I just want to see it. See, that's why they had this whole thing off. 1909 to 1926. Thank you. This one had him from 1994 to 2008. I was like, this is not right. This article. So, but Zach Wheat he's...
all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Wheat.
He won a National League batting title in 1918 and won the slugging title in 16. And had a career batting average of .317. He was voted into the Hall of Fame by the Veterans Committee in 1959.
All right, Boston.
All right. Boston Red Sox.
Catcher. Yes.
No, it's
Or
not
Fisk.
Yaz.
I mean,
Fisk,
Fisk.
yeah.
All right, first base. Poppy? Well, don't you have your list? Or does that just have one team?
I'm getting it. I'm just trying to do it without help of a list.
Well, you're bouncing them off, maybe. Is it Poppy?
Yeah, I would say so. Well, there's also like Jim Rice. Was he a first baseman?
No, he was an outfielder.
Okay. Well, this is going to get fun.
Yeah. They have a lot of
All right, lineups.com. Let me just do up to my second base. It's got to be Pedroia. Shortstop's got to be Nomar. Third base got to be, for the Red Sox, Euclid?
No.
Who?
Boggs.
Wait, Boggs, of course.
Come on.
I'm an idiot.
Then the outfield, you got Yaz.
Yep.
You got
Ted Williams.
Teddy Ball Game. And then you probably got, Betts?
They have, in starting lineup, they have Yaz at first base because apparently he played there and moved David Ortiz to the DH.
Okay.
They got Mookie Betts in there, even though, he's going to go down as a Dodger, by the way. But, yeah, he was really, really good. So what did and then Dwight Evans.
Oh, yeah, Dwight Evans.
Yeah. So, other than that, they were right on. Except for they've got Bobby Dorr at second base over Dustin Pedroia.
What about, you said the guy, Jim...
Say that again.
The guy you said it the first time, Jim, that I said was an outfielder.
What are you talking about?
The player, Jim, what's his face?
Jim Rice. He's not on here.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to probably be an honorable mention at... Mo Vaughn got an honorable mention at first base. Pedroia got an honorable mention there. Let's see where Jim Rice is at. Yeah, he got honorable mention for left fielder. Manny Ramirez, left fielder. Mike Greenwell, too. I had a lot of stock in Mike Greenwell baseball cards when I was a kid. It was a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad choice. Those things are not. That's why you don't. That's why they don't let. They shouldn't let 13-year-old kids get into stocks. I still have baseball cards of Mike Greenwell, and they're all probably worth a penny a piece. So if I'm lucky, if someone wants to buy them, Mike Greenwell, I'm sure will buy them. That's about it. Oh crud! We got to take our second break.
Well,
Come back. We'll wrap things up. We'll be right back here at Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 1170 AM to wrap up the show. Preview for tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Stick with us.
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Davenport and Moline, get ready. 20 ribeyes for $35. Fishers of Men Foods is bringing you a meat sale you don't want to miss. At North Park Mall Davenport behind Firestone and South Park Mall Moline behind Olive Garden. Just look for the big truck in tent. It's a gigantic steak, seafood, chicken, and pork meat blowout sale happening now for a limited time. You'll also find mega ribeye porterhouse, T-bone jumbo shrimp, fillets, lobsters, pork ribs, pork chops, even top quality chicken breast. And of course, 20 ribeyes for $35. It's all happening in North Park Mall, Davenport behind Firestone, and South Park Mall, Moline behind Olive Garden. Hurry and fill your freezer with quality meat, pork, seafood, and chicken just in time for grilling season. This sale won't last long, and while you're there, ask about their whole cow and half cow specials. It's this year's gigantic meat sale, only happening in North Park Mall behind Firestone and South Park Mall behind Olive Garden. 20 ribeyes for $35. Cash, credit, or debit card. See you today.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to getlocalcustomersnow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit getlocalcustomersnow.com. Getlocalcustomersnow.com.
Rilco Lubricant and Service wants you to drive for them. Do you have your Class A or B CDL? Rilco is a fast-growing company with competitive wages, benefits, time off, and has many opportunities for advancement. Plus, no overnights, no weekends. Rilco is an industry leader in the supply of oil, lubricants, and preventive maintenance, and is hiring now. Delivery routes available today. To apply, visit their website at rilcoinc.com. That's RILCOINC.com. A family-owned company. Start your new career today.
All hits all the time.
Let's go commercial free. Even though saying we're going commercial free is technically a commercial for this station. When I say commercial free, I mean no commercials from our sponsors. But saying that is still a commercial of sorts, just to be clear. Okay, now I'm confused. Let's go commercial free. Except for this message about how we're going commercial free.
Maybe commercials about going commercial free just need a Snickers. Snickers satisfies.
For 2021, Tyson's has awarded over $350,000 through our More for Your Community grant program, helping support 223 organizations. At Tyson's, we take pride in our associates and the communities we serve. People buy from people, not just companies. To us, that's more than a saying. It's at the core of our foundation since 1927. Tyson's, home, farm, auto.
Come on into Tyson's, more for you.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Second overall pick Zach Wilson wrapped up his first NFL minicamp Sunday, and while the Jets drafted him to be their long-term quarterback, Wilson doesn't expect to be handed the starting job.
You know, in this position, the coaches want to play the best player, and that position's got to be earned. You know, I got to go in there and I got to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do, and you know, that'll take care of itself.
Elsewhere, we knew DK Metcalf was fast, but the Seahawks receiver ran a blazing 10.37 100-meter dash at the U.S. Track and Field Golden Game Sunday, finishing 9th in his heat against the fastest men in the country. At that pace, he'd run the 40 in 3.79 seconds. And the 2021 schedule is now just days away. The schedule release presented by Verizon will be live Wednesday, 8 Eastern on NFL Network as we reveal all 17 games for every NFL team. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu with iconic flavors that taste like instant summer. You order the one and only drumstick blizzard with peanuts. Oh, wow. Crunchy waffle cone pieces, world-famous DQ soft serve, and blue sky bliss. Or maybe you get the brownie batter blizzard. Ooh-wee, fudgy brownie goodness. You're feeling breezy and dreamy all over. Moments like these are why the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu exists. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
The biggest hits. You found them right here on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Monday, May 10th, 2021, here in the Hassle Castle. We're just looking at some of top of our heads, just all-time lineups from some teams. We got challenged for this. This is going to be a tough one, and it just shows how deep it can go, but it should be new in our head because the team's only been around since 1993. Easy Ray said, quick, do the Marlins.
Oh, God.
Well, Piazza gets to go at catcher again.
Really?
Yeah. Who else would be there?
I don't know.
Probably is somebody else out there. I don't know. Does Pudge Rodriguez ever play there?
Yeah.
Pudge.
Yeah, Pudge.
First base, Andres Galarraga. Second base, I'll get to it.
First base would be Derek Lee.
Derek D. Lee.
Second base, I don't know.
Get to there. Shortstop is Edgar Renteria. I like Edgar Renteria. And that guy can play some ball. Third base is Bobby Bonilla. Outfield's Juan Pierre.
Yeah. What about, all right, Juan Pierre.
Uh-huh. Well, now I'm going to pull up a list.
Now, and you also have that dude that plays for Detroit now.
Yes. What's wrong with me?
Dang it. He was right field. Daggone it.
Still a little bit deeper. This team's actually a little bit deeper. Yeah, why am I thinking that?
What's his name? It's
Cabrera.
Cabrera.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera.
All
right, what do you got?
It's just guys that just didn't get to stick around because they got the F out of Dodge, man.
All
JT Real Muto at catcher.
All right, Real Muto.
Yep. Jeff Conine.
At first?
Yes. Luis Castillo.
At second?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hanley Ramirez.
Wow, I forgot he was there. Jesus.
I know, it gets really, really... Mike Lowell.
At third?
Yep.
Over Bonilla?
Yeah.
He was pretty good for a short time.
Kristen Yelich.
Oh, yeah.
Center field, Marcelo Zuna. And then remember this? Formerly known as Mike?
Giancarlo
Stanton. Stanton, yeah.
Yeah, he threw up some bombs there.
That's crazy that they've had those type of names in there. And we just are like, oh, Juan Pierre.
You're the worst.
Yeah, not even an honorable mention. All right, so what I would say now, Wednesday is going to be the schedule release for the NFL, because look at the NFL, always doing that. But is that the same as that'll be on NFL Network at 7:00? Is that the same as when they do it on Twitter or whatever else, or is it the schedule release but they don't say home or away yet? Like, I don't know much about the schedule. I'm so used to the teams releasing these like short videos that they've been doing recently. Is the schedule? Didn't we already know who they're playing? Because we know
we know they're playing. We just don't know when.
Okay, so if they have a schedule release, basically what I think this is they have a show for it to break it down and say whatever else, like kind of like what you and I would do. But I think during the day you'll get leaks. I look forward to the tweets, the little videos, the schedule release videos. So I hope they're doing them like still. The other thing is this whole thing of like Aaron Rodgers versus the Packers, and now you have Pujols versus Angels. I think you can make a show out of this, a real show, and you could do anywhere from a 6 to 10 part series on this. And hear me out real quick before we get off the air. There was a show on Showtime called The Affair, and the beauty of it was, as they told the story going on, is they would always have, if somebody, basically the episode would be split in two. And it would be one person's version versus the other person's version. And it could be even like how they see things. Like someone may be very well kept in one person's version, and the other one they're like grungy or whatever else because it's how they see them and they're telling a story. I think that would be a fantastic way if you tell a story in any type of split between an organization and a player. So there's so many stories out there that you could have.
Right.
And you could have series upon series of this, but it tells like from, let's just say, like the GM's point of view and the player's point of view. And then even like the fans. I think it's interesting. I think they need to look into something like this. All right, so schedule releases on Wednesday. We'll look more at rosters and I don't know, develop a television show sooner or later. But it's been a great 2 hours, T-Roy. I appreciate you. Someone stepped in on the Harrington Spud Facebook comment thread because they just wanted to say that you are a heck of a golfer. What was it? Where was it at?
They're lying.
No, they're not.
They're lying.
Oh, crud. I can't find it. All right. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, Quad City. Stay safe and sanitized. We will see you tomorrow.